Hey yo guys, how's it going? Tally here, and today I'm going to bring you the 100 Duels Dragon Link deck profile. This is, if I am going to be honest, one of my most favourite decks recently. It's a hell of a combo deck and it's a hell of an end board that I'll show you. So guys, if you like this, make sure to give it a like, it really does help me grow, and if you want to help the channel grow, then make sure to join Team Tally and subscribe, maybe drop a hashtag for the algorithm, because comments are good as well. Let's dive in. Okay, let's start off the deck profile. I have really grouped this mostly into kind of engines and what those engines do. So to start off with, we have the Safer engine, which is essentially 3 Starliege Safer, and for our combo extenders for this, we have 1 White Dragon Wyver Buster and 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. This plus a discard is full combo, because essentially you go Starliege Safer, send itself with its effect to grab Collapse Serpent then links off, gets White Dragon Wyver Buster, which goes into your Link 2, which then gets your combo going. It's pretty nifty, it's a really easy, simple, a lot of the building blocks of this deck are really simple, okay, nice and easy. So Safer into Serpent into Wyver Buster. And then another combo starter, we have 3 Black Metal Dragon and a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Baby Dragon here, he will go ahead and search when he's sent to the graveyard, so what you do is you link him off into your Link 1, which then grabs you Darkness Metal. This is also not once per turn, by the way, so what will happen is if they ash this, then you just use it again later on in your turn, and it turns into lots of free advantage. Despite the Red Eyes Darkness Metal errata, it's still full combo along with a discard. Now, this is your Rose Dragon engine. Essentially, this is an extender, and this is what you summon off of Halki Fibrax to go into one of your extra deck synchros that we'll talk about. You get this in the graveyard, and if it's used for a synchro material, it summons this. If you happen to draw this, if you've got a tuner on field, then you can also special summon it, which is pretty nifty. Again, it's a cool part of the combo. Speaking of a cool part of the combo, we also have our kind of rocket engine. So we have 3 Rocket Tracer, we have 1 Absoluter Dragon, 1 Rocket Recharger, and 1 Silver Rocket Dragon. So essentially the way that this works is, you want to get this from your Absoluter, summon it with your field spell, and then you use this to go into either of these two. You want to use this to rip an extra deck card from your opponent, and you want to use this for the grind game to get back some Dark Dragon extra deck monsters. Again, essentially allowing you some really easy resources and advantage. Now, speaking of easy resources and advantage, we also do have 2 Noctovision Dragon. Essentially, if you special summon a Dark Dragon, the majority of this deck is Dark Dragons, you get to special summon it for free. If you link it off, you draw a card, meaning that you could draw into a Disruption, a Hand Trap, or an Extender. And then for our extenders, we do have 3. We've got 3 overall extenders. We have the Tempest, which again is a good discard target. If you've got all your pieces in hand, you can send this from deck, and it's a really good extender in case you get Nibiru'd. Omnidragon Brotar, which is fantastic for searching out a lot of your key pieces. I tend to go into this little dude if I've already used Red Eyes Darkness, because the little Red Eyes just isn't really that useful at that point. And the beautiful, absolute king Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Essentially with this dude, you want to go and rip a card from your opponent's hand, so that on their turn, they start with 1 less card in hand and 1 less card in their extra deck, meaning that you've probably gotten rid of some of their key pieces, you've got information, and you can then tailor how you play their next turn to beat that deck. So that is all of our extenders, that is all of our combo pieces. Next we're going to talk about hand traps. Now the beauty of this deck is, because every combo is like a 1.5 card combo, like any 2 dragons and a discard or any one of our starters and a discard equals the full combo, you've got room for hand traps. So we're running 3 Ash, because Ash is just a pretty generically good hand trap. You know, if you're going up against Rogue, it stops a lot of Rogue decks. If you're going up against meta, it's not bad against every meta deck, but it's not amazing either. So it's like a solid, always okay, never awful kind of hand trap. We do also have 3 Nibiru, because who wants to play against combo decks? Alright, you drop the Nibiru on them, and then of course, this is in fact a Chaos Space target. So even if you've got a dead Nibiru, if you've got Chaos Space, you've turned your Nibiru into a combo piece. And Nibiru again is really, really tasty against a lot of decks. We then have 3 Effect Veiler. Because this is another Chaos Space target, we use it over Impermanence, and as well, it's good with Chaos Dragon Levianeer for any extra popping you want to do on your turn. And lastly, we're running 2 Phantasme, because Phantasme is fantastic, right? We're in a link heavy format as usual. You're gonna see a lot of link heavy decks, and Phantasme basically just says fix your hand for free against the vast majority of matchups. And then for our spells, we have free Chaos Space. This card again is amazing. This card plus a discard is pretty much full combo. Alright, this card plus a Light or a Dark gets you your Wyvern Buster and Collapse Serpent. And again, you get the full combo off of this, and it draws you a card for free, which is pretty nifty. We then have free World Legacy Guard Dragon, because who doesn't want Monster Reborn that then also gets you free LP and Piste plays? Again, I tend not to use this right away, and essentially if they hit me with something like their own Nibiru, what I do is I'll take the Nibiru token, I'll use this, and I'll then go into a Link 2. If I've got any other extender, I've got full combo still. Speaking of extenders, I've got free Quick Launch. Free Quick Launch is essentially a non-once per turn rocket summon, which again, it's like this deck is nothing but extenders. Like, I can't really make it any more simple. The deck does nothing but extend. So again, even if they hit you with things like Hand Traps, Nibiru, I have seen this deck and showcased this deck playing through 3 interruptions at the very most, okay? 4 interruptions it could probably do with the right hand, but 3 interruptions easily based on how many extenders the deck runs. We also run another Monster Reborn. This one's pretty free, okay? We're running enough cards that we aren't really gonna brick, and even our brick hands are actually not too bad. And then finally we have free field spells. We have Black Garden, Dragon Ravine and Boot Sector Launch. Black Garden is part of your Rose Dragon combo, Dragon Ravine is part of your main combo, and Boot Sector Launch you get from linking into your Striker Dragon. Alrighty, so this is off of Striker Dragon, this is off of Romulus, and this is off of Garden Rose Maiden. And that is our main deck, alright? I think it's coming in around 46, 47 cards, really good chances of drawing full combo really easily, and even if you brick a little bit, there's a way to play most of these hands. Alrighty, so let's talk about the extra deck. Okay, so for our extra deck, let's break it down. It's nice and simple. It's actually a little bit more budget than it was before because of the Mega Tins, so this deck is actually not too bad in terms of price nowadays. So let's dive into it. So we run 2 Striker Dragon. Normally in your combo you're going to use at least 1. Depending if you have a weird hand or depending if they Nibiru you, you might have to go into another one. At the very least you'll always use 1 every game, and usually if you've not used this as part of a recovery play during your combo, then it's also pretty nifty for your grind game later on, and I'll talk about that in a different video to follow this one. Then we also have the Guard Dragon LP and the Guard Dragon Piste, both in the beautiful Prismatic Secret Rare because of the Mega Tins. Now, we know what these cards do by now. This will get you a dragon from deck, this will get you a banished one or from the graveyard, and it will just help you extend your plays and set up your big combos. People are asking what happens if LP gets banned. The deck definitely takes a hit, but there's that many good extenders in the deck that you can still plus pretty easily, and this version of the deck actually takes quite a while before it gets into LP, so you get a lot of extension and a lot of good cards on field. For our final Link one, we have Link Cross, again another card that's up for ban list debates. While it's not banned, I'm going to use it and abuse it. Essentially, you use this after Romulus to get 2 tokens, and then you link this plus another card off that's usually a tuner into Halqifibrax. Now, speaking of Romulus and Halqifibrax, there is Romulus, it searches you Dragon Ravine. There's Halqifibrax, it gets you a tuner from deck. For most cases, it is going to be our Red Rose Dragon, because we want to make a specific synchro monster. We also have a Dillingerous Dragon, which is really good in terms of combo extension. It allows us to really play with our resources a lot, because it can come back from the graveyard when a rocket is special summoned. And you're thinking, how are we going to special summon rockets if we use it at the end of the combo? Good question, we're going to use Quad Borrow Dragon. Now, Quad Borrow Dragon allows you to discard a card, pop a card, and then summon rocket monsters. Now, if it's a Link monster, you can summon or rocket monsters up to the amount of Link arrows that has. So what you generally do is you Quad Borrow Dillingerous, and then you summon back 2 rockets from your graveyard, and then Dillingerous summons itself, so you've just gained 2 free monsters for free. And our final Link 2 is Protector Whelp of the Destruction Sword. Essentially, it's a really generic Link 2 that we can use if we get Nibiru'd. I've had to use it a few times. And finally, for our Link 4s, we have Unchained Abomination, which is really good in this deck because you do a lot of destruction, which then combos off with this guy. This guy plus Silver Rocket basically tells you what your opponent is playing, and it allows you to combat them more effectively because you've got the knowledge on them. We also have an OCG Ultimate Rare Appaloosa, not a flex, they're actually relatively cheap compared to ours. It's just prettier, so I wanted to use it for the deck profile. We know what Appaloosa does, it negates stuff. And for our last Link 4, we have Borrow Sword Dragon. Borrow Sword Dragon's really cool, again because he interacts with the rockets pretty well, and he allows you to go for game. And with cards like Safer, Chaos Dragon, we can break a board, then really easily go in for the kill with Borrow Sword Dragon. And finally, we have 2 synchros. We have Garden Rose Maiden, who's a part of our combo, and we have Borrowload Savage Dragon. Again, with the pretty nice secret rarity after the tins. which again negates stuff. Alrighty, so that is our deck profile. Look at how much cleaner the extra deck is compared to the main deck. Let's take it to the outro. Guys, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you did enjoy the video as much as I enjoyed making it, and if you did like it, make sure to give it a like. If you love it, give it a share and tell everyone you know about Team Tally today. And as always, if you want to join Team Tally, that subscribe button is down below. Let me know your thoughts on the deck in the comments section. As always, you have been amazing. I have been Tally. I will catch you all later. Bye.